What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mr. Albert Lopez channel. My name is Albert Lopez, and this series is called Entrepreneur Dad, a place where we all gather in the entrepreneur family, whether you're an adult, grown, veteran entrepreneur, you're in the middle as a young adult or a teenager entrepreneur, or you're a kid entrepreneur. This is the place to be, where we bring up subjects that will fit within that realm, whether you want to inspire a youngster to be an entrepreneur, or you're a youngster entrepreneur and you have no one to inspire you. This is where you come to get motivation and inspiration. And my name is Albert Lopez. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Dad. I am your Entrepreneur Dad, and today's topic, it's gonna be a rather quick video. Today I want to talk about something that was brought up earlier today here in the family. We talked about a video I had done, I think a couple of days ago, in regards to work-life balance. Having a balance and making sure that you take care of all your 4 pillars of life: health, wealth, love, and happiness. But something that came up in another video, I'll probably talk about work ethic, which is extremely valuable. 2 things that I'm very, very passionate about, and I know that is extremely valuable in the entrepreneur mindset, is confidence and work ethic. Those 2 things are strong fundamentals to have, and if you have those as a base, if those things tickle your neck, tickle the back of your knees, the insides of your elbow, when you talk about it, work ethic and confidence, that is a good trait to have, and you probably have what it takes. You have it in you to pursue. You've been programmed and just waiting to get bit by the hustle bug. You have the hustler in you. You just got to wait for some inspiration or some motivation to get you inspired and move forward with it. But the 2 things that's important to have, confidence and work ethic. Those things are really important to polish and focus on and give a lot of attention to. Don't let it be passive. It's just as important as money and faith. You got to pay a lot of attention to those things as well. Again, that's for another video. Today we're talking about work-life balance at any age, whether you're a young entrepreneur and you just, something about it bugs you, or not necessarily bugs you, but it is. I say bugs you because it early, at an early age, I like the fact, I really liked the fact that my compensation was based on my performance. I always found that fascinating. It was very confusing to me when I had my jobs at an early age, 16. I started working on my birthday, age 16. That how can the lazy person get paid as much as the hard worker? But at the same time, within my first job, I started one of my businesses. It wasn't my first business. I already had many businesses, but within my job, I had a business. I had a hustle within my job. And that's where it showed that my personal performance, branding, networking, friendships, all that, there was a difference on how much. People would wonder, why are you making that much? And I'm only making this much. Our checks looked the same because we were getting the same hours and the same hourly rate. But when they came to cash, tips, I was in the food and beverage industry, I'd make this much at the end of the night. They'd make this much. That's for a whole different video. Talking about work-life balance. Back to the topic at hand. The topic came up, and work-life balance. To have a balance, you need a scale. If you grab a scale that, the old school scales that kind of do this, everybody has to find their own scale. If your scale requires that you work 12-hour days, 7 days a week, but you spend solid time taking care of your body, taking care of your spirituality, spending quality time with your family as well as quantity, that's your scale. You have someone else who has a different scale, who works 10 hours a day and finds completion in that, and then he spends time at the gym or spends time taking care of his health, but while he's at the gym, he's also working. So his 10-hour official day now maybe turns into an 11-hour day. And then when he's with his family, he incorporates his or her family with work. So now his 10-hour day, that was an 11-hour day, turned into a 12-hour day. And now when he has his personal time, his self-time, meditating, going to church, praying, alone time, growth, spiritual time, he finds a way to incorporate that with work as well, he or she. So it went from a 10-hour day to an 11-hour day to a 12-hour day to a 14-hour day. That's her balance. Someone else may work 15-hour days, 16-hour days, but they only work 6 days a week or 5 days a week. And they still spend time with their health, with their family, with their spirituality on all the 5 days, and then go 10x on that the 2 other days. For the sake of the story, we'll say the weekends. On the weekends, they go all out on taking care of their health, educating themselves on their health, taking time with their family, quality and quantity, getting their education on that, and their fulfillment and fulfilling others with love, their spirituality. They do it all the other days, but those 2 days they do it even more. That's their balance. They do a lot of work 5 days a week, and 2 days a week they do little to no work, but they do a big amount of the other ones. Not that they don't do them on the weekdays. They do it less, consistently, but then they pile it on the weekends. Same with during the week. They do spirituality, health, and family 5 days a week, but not that much. But then they do a lot of it on the weekends. That's their scale. The point is that you have to find your scale. You have to find your balance, your scale. Use your time, which you have here on this planet, to find what works for you. Take other people. I have said this in another video. Take other people's advice and make it yours. You can't take anybody's advice. You can't take anybody's knowledge, anybody's education that gives to you and say, it's theirs, I'm going to try it and see how it works. If it works for me, I'll give them credit. If it doesn't work for me, I don't give them credit. That's not the way it works. The better thing to do is to take their advice, make it yours, tweak it and adjust it the way you need to, but now it belongs to you and you're accountable for the results. If it works, give yourself credit. If it doesn't, adjust it. Consider it an educational moment, an educational activity, and improve it and try again, and mold it and try again, and reinvent it and try again, and reinvent it and try again. Makes sense in the entrepreneur mindset. Fix it, try it, redo it. Doesn't work, fix it, redo it, try it. Reinvent it, reinvent it, reinvent it, till it works. Make it work. Find your scale. Make your scale work. I would sometimes think that I'd have to follow someone else's scale. Let me try that. It seems to work. You have to make it your own. You have to find you. You are your only you. You can't be anybody else. There's somebody already taking care of that. You are your only you. So you have to find out what works for you. So back to the topic, work-life balance. What is your work-life balance? Take some time to find out what makes you tick. What works for you? What scale works for you? Once you find what works, make sure you're tackling all 4 pillars: health, wealth, love, and happiness. And you have to have Work ethic and confidence. Remember, those two things are very important. Work ethic and confidence. And push those real hard. And pay attention to them as much as you do to faith and money. Again, that's for another video. But work ethic and confidence. Be confident, and you get confidence by getting results out of your work ethic. So they go hand in hand. They kind of work together to build momentum. But don't forget about your other 3 pillars as well. Find your balance. Once you find your balance, it'll be easy to balance because you found it already, and you know how it works, and you know how much weight you need to put on one and what weight to put on the other one. You try to grab somebody else's balance and it's like this. You're like, whoa, I'm having trouble balancing it because it's so heavy this way, or it's so heavy this way. I'm having trouble because that's not my DNA. That's not the way I'm programmed. That's not the way I tick. But if you throw that away, you grab the concept of having work-life balance, you build and you put together your own balance, your own scale, and it's like, hey, I made this. I built this. This is pretty easy. Sometimes I go like this, sometimes I go like this, but I do my best to keep it here. That is yours. You built that work-life balance. And it'll work because you built it. And because you built it, you know how it works. Everyone has their own work-life balance. It's your job to find your balance. I hope this video brought you some value. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. My name is Albert Lopez, and this is Entrepreneur Dad series on the Mr. Albert Lopez channel. And remember, there is no we and I is all you got. I'll see you in the next video.